Hello and welcome to another edition of the Lynn Lowdown. And today we have Jodie with us, and we have a lot to discuss about some stuff coming up in May and in the summer. She's working with North Shore Juneteenth. How are you doing?
I'm great. Thank you so much for having us.
Oh, no, not a problem. Not a problem. First, how's you doing? How's everything been? How's everything been the past? I would say the past year or so.
Well, it's really been interesting with all of the negative things that have been happening. I like to think that our lives are really guided by physics, and for every action, there's an equal and opposite reaction. And with all the horrific news, especially with racism and killings, that we've had an equally positive reaction from people really caring about their communities and making a difference. I mean, Lynn, who would have thought a year ago that you would have had body cameras on your police officers? Like this, it's little steps, but we are definitely making progress. So life is good.
Yeah, definitely. Hey, life is good. Can't, just gotta go day by day, day by day. Let's talk about the North Shore Juneteenth. North Shore Juneteenth does a lot of things that last year they couldn't do some of the stuff they normally do because of the circumstances. But as things are slowly starting to open back up, the North Shore Juneteenth, they're starting to plan ahead for the summer and their annual events that they got coming up. But first, we're gonna talk about in May. There's a tea event that is happening. Can you please give us a little background information on that?
Absolutely. So this is our Hats and Heels afternoon tea. This is officially the fourth year, although it did start 5 years ago. We postponed and then had to cancel the one for 2020 for obvious reasons. But we decided for 2021, we would do it as a virtual tea. And while we look forward to the points where we can all gather together again, this has really been a huge advantage. So our tea is coming up on May 8th. It is going to be held virtually, so it's going to be held over Zoom. The huge advantage of it being held over Zoom is that our speaker is Carole Boyce Davies from the Cornell University. And she would not be able to be our speaker if we were in a real life situation. She wouldn't be able to take time off in the middle of the semester to come and travel to Lynn to be able to speak with us. But because we are doing this over Zoom, we're able to have her talk. And we are doing goodie bags that people are going to be able to pick up at the Lynn Museum, which has been a wonderful partner for us, that contains teacups, tea, and all sorts of goodies that they'll be able to enjoy during the actual talk.
Correct me if I'm wrong, or maybe I'm making this up. Is this kind of like in conjunction with the Kentucky Derby with the hats and
That's a
all
good
that?
question. No,
Okay?
it's more connected with Sunday church services and being able to wear your best hat to church.
Okay, because I for some reason I thought it was connected with the Kentucky Derby because you see, yeah.
Yeah, you see the fabulous hats,
Yeah.
but nope, we don't have a link to that, at least not yet.
Yeah. Okay.
But I did want to show you, I have a couple of little things, some show and tell to share with you, if that's okay.
Sure.
So for the past 2 years, I've been collecting through garage sales and buy nothing sites teacups and saucers. Mm-hmm. So each one of the goodie bags will contain a teacup and saucer, fine china that people will be able to keep. But even more than the teacups and saucers, I want to tell you about this and this.
Is that the goodie bag?
Two, I'm sorry, say it again.
Is that the goodie bag?
No, this is part of what's going to go in the goodie bag.
Gotcha.
These are both teas that are from Black women-owned tea shops here in New England. So the first one is from In Sips. This is a black tea and berry, something that's very spring-like. And that's going to be in people's packages. And this is a loose tea. If you can see, you can actually see. I wish you could smell because it smells amazing. And then the second one is from Drink Our Hygiene. And this is a green tea, which is good for your health. And they were amazing because they actually put the Juneteenth label right on the tea bags. And this, while the other one is loose tea, these are actually tea in tea bags. So people will have a choice as to which tea they would like to drink during our tea.
That is great. That is nice of them to do that, and that is also great that you guys are highlighting. The North Shore Juneteenth is highlighting Black-owned businesses, especially Black women. That's sort of been a theme nationwide for the past, I would say, the past year or so, is highlighting Black-owned businesses by Black women. Why do you feel that was important for you all to do?
Well, it really goes right into the mission. So the Juneteenth mission is apolitical. The Juneteenth mission is to support and to recognize the contributions that Blacks have had to American society. We all know that it's left out of the history books. And so this is really the goal. And over the year, we've been able to do things. Nicole McLean pioneered a suffragette exhibit that was all women Black suffragettes working for the vote. And she had that on display both at the Lynn City Hall as well as online, so people could see that. And it's baked into everything that we do, is highlighting the good around this community.
That is definitely a great thing to highlight, because, you know, especially in the community, young girls see that and they want to aspire. Them like, okay, maybe I can own a business too, because there's so many other people that maybe if I didn't know certain people, I would not be aware of such things like that, you know, because that's one thing North Shore Juneteenth does, is bring awareness to maybe people that aren't talked about as much, or you wouldn't know as much from certain learnings, but they highlight those. You know, I think that's one thing that society's been doing a lot more, is not only, you know, outside of the schools, they're educating students, and also they're educating adults who didn't get this education about certain people in history that did great things.
If people aren't already following, they should follow North Shore Juneteenth Association on Facebook, because there are a variety of different educational points and posts that go up on a regular basis, highlighting things that are happening both in the past as well as right now, because things are happening literally on a day-to-day basis right now. Yeah. And it's a great way to be able to stay in touch and to learn.
Definitely. And I know we didn't get the dates yet, but please tell us the dates of the date of the tea event.
So the first Saturday in May, that's May 8th, it's coming up. The tickets are on sale right now up on the North Shore Juneteenth Association website. You can sign up for the tea ticket and also make sure to put in where you're going to pick up your goodie bag. We want to make sure that you get the teas. And the tickets are actually going fairly fast. So we're very happy. It's an educational program that's also a fundraiser for the Juneteenth Association, and it helps to feed the programming that we do all year long. One of the biggest misconceptions is that people hear the name of the organization, Juneteenth, and they think we're only doing things in June. Yeah. June is a big month for us, but it is not the only month that we do things. So coming up in May, we have the Hats and Heels Tea. Carole Boyce Davies is an amazing American lecturer and talking about the history. And I want to read the title of her talk. It's Black Women and the Desire for a Transformed United States. And she really puts a link between the suffragettes and the early politicians, Black politicians, and how their contributions were shaping the America that we're still trying to live up to today. So in May, we have the tea. In June, we have a number of Juneteenth flag raisings. They're going to be happening not only in Lynn, but all over the North Shore. So you can find out the dates of the different communities. There's going to be one in Everett. There's going to be one in Salem. There's, of course, going to be one in Lynn. There's going to be one in Marblehead. There's going to be one in Lowell. So watch on the website to be able to see those. Then we move into the summer and we talk about fitness and the importance of being healthy. And we have our 5K. I know you're going to be talking to the Angel, who will be able to tell you much more about the 5K. Then in the fall, we do backpack events where we give out backpacks in the community to help students get ready for school. And then moving into December, we do a number of different activities, including paint nights. And usually what we're painting is the Juneteenth flag, because every color, every symbol, every line on the Juneteenth flag has a meaning. And so it's an art project as well as a lesson to learn more about Black history in America. Yeah,
definitely. This is all great stuff. And it's also great because now sort of outside is sort of opening up a little bit, so now it could have more events outside still with the within capacity of social distancing and keeping everybody safe. So that's one positive thing that is going to happen is you guys will be able to have certain events, outdoor events that people could come gather, not, as far to the guidelines, to the state guidelines of keeping everyone safe. So that's good. That's going to be a good thing just to get everybody out out and about and just able to see these events. Lastly, before we get out of it, please, if they want to know information, please give your email, the social media pages and contact information, all that good stuff, so people can know where to go and who to contact.
The best thing to do is go to your search engine and put in North Shore Juneteenth Association. You can do that on Facebook, you can do that on Google, and our Facebook page and our website will pop right up. So North Shore Juneteenth Association, and we're happy to answer any questions you have. Lots more information about the suffragettes, about the tea, about the 5K, all of that right on the website.
And lastly, once again, please let them know the dates.
All right, coming up on May 8th, we have the Hats and Heels Tea. That'll be at 4 o'clock, but tickets are required, so please make sure to register in advance. Then coming up in June, we're going to be having a number of flag raisings all over the North Shore, as well as a live stream event on June 19th to honor and recognize the day. Then coming up in August, we're going to have the 5K, and you'll have to check the calendar for the rest of the things throughout the year.
Awesome. Jodie, thank you once again for coming on, giving us all that information, and make sure May 8th, correct? May 8th.
Yes.
And go. If you haven't gotten a ticket, go get a ticket. She said they're going fast, and bring the kids, bring the family, all that. It's virtual. So, y'all have a good time. So you guys have been watching the Lynn Lowdown. I'm your host, Makala Kabongo. Have a great day.